loving on me like this, I'm never gonna want her to leave. Her pretty face is always wearing a smile. She swears I put it there. Well, who am I to question why she's crazy about me, when honestly I don't care. If it keeps going like it's going, if we keep rolling on this strong, if it keeps going like it's going, gonna keep on rolling along. Yeah, keep on rolling along. I thought by now she'd have changed her mind, moved on to someone new, but she can't get enough of this good old boy. So what's a good old boy to do? If it keeps going like it's going, if we keep rolling on this strong, if it keeps going like it's going, gonna keep on rolling along. Yeah, keep on rolling along. No way I'm gonna fight it, this wave I'm gonna ride it. Sometimes it's just your time. If it keeps going like it's going, if we keep rolling on this strong, if it keeps going like it's going, gonna keep on rolling along. If it keeps going like it's going, if we keep rolling on this strong, if it keeps going like it's going, gonna keep on rolling along. Yeah, baby, keep on rolling along. Yeah, keep on rolling along.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
You see that girl right there, with the moonlight shining in her hair? Buddy, she's the one that I told you about. You know this restless heart of mine ain't the falling in love kind, but I think it might be too late for that now. That girl is a game changer, a soul savior. The devil in me's in a world of danger. This hellraiser is a backseat taker now. Since she come around, that girl is a risk taker, a wild horse breaker. When the lights go down, she's a sweet love maker. And I finally found the one I can't live without. That girl is a game changer. There's just something about her smile that drives me a different kind of wild. It makes me wanna lay it all out on the line. And everybody around here knows this is about the time that I let go. But I can't afford to say goodbye this time, 'cause that girl is a game changer, a soul savior. The devil in me's in a world of danger. This hellraiser is a backseat taker now. Since she come around, that girl is a risk she's a sweet love maker, and I finally found the one I can't live without. That girl is a game changer. Is a game changer, a soul savior. The devil in me's in a world of danger. This hellraiser is a backseat taker now. Since she come around, that girl is a risk taker, a wild horse breaker. When the lights go down, she's a sweet love maker, and I finally found the one I can't live without. That girl is a game changer. That girl is a game changer.
His name is Marty Hedden. That is called Game Changer. And before that, another great song called Going Like It's Going. How's it going is what I want to say to you. Welcome to today's country on Thursday night, Triple Play Thursday, with Tim Kelly hosting the show. Glad to have you guys tuned in. We are KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best by indie artists. And tonight is a special night. You're going to hear 3 songs in a row from every artist on the program all show long. That's how we do it on Triple Play Thursday. You might hear a great fast song, a great ballad, and just great vocals. Man, we have New Country's Best. You can follow us on Twitter over there at New Country's Best, and my personal account at Tim Kelly On Air. We've got a couple of great radio interviews tonight. First, my good buddy Mr. Mike Morris is going to join us here in just a little bit, and then at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, we'll have Miss Dallas Remington on the program as well. We'll play 3 songs from both of those artists and get to hear the stories behind them in a great radio interview tonight also. We want to thank all of our syndicated stations and radio affiliates that replay the show. Great radio stations like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com. There you go. That is from Belgium. DevilsCountryRadio.com, RadioTheKing.be. We've got WVMIRadio.com, RealRadio.us, DownTheRoadRadio.com. That is from Ireland. Thank you guys for supporting us. We appreciate that. We've got CountryMusicExpress.co.uk, our live radio player, also on their website, Country Music Express Magazine. We also have Bourbon Trail Radio. We are on a couple of brand new stations, the Chimp FM from Canada and CountryThunderNetwork.com from Australia. Those are all awesome. We are also on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play, Apple Music, you name it, we're on it. KICR, Indie Country Radio, or Today's Country with Tim Kelly. Let's get the third song in right now from Marty Hedden. It is called A Little Less Lonely on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
I'm only half past heartache, and it's almost closing time. Just like that clock on the wall, you're still hanging on my mind. Every sip feels like one more step, a little farther down that line. I'm a little less lonely, a lighter shade of blue. I'm climbing and stumbling, trying to get over you. Pour me one more round of a double shot of Crown, 'cause I'm drowning her goodbye. I'm a little less lonely, if only for tonight. This glass is empty, maybe I'll be able to smile. even two-step with a stranger. Forget about you for a while. It's a long, hard road, and I'm moving real slow. But at least for a few more miles, I'll be a little less lonely. A lighter shade of blue. I'm climbing and stumbling, trying to get over you. Order me one more round of a double shot of Crown, 'cause I'm drowning her goodbye. I'm a little less lonely, if only for tonight. Pour me one more round of a double shot of Crown, 'cause I'm drowning her goodbye. I'm a little less lonely, if only for tonight.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
I want a truck, one that won't get stuck. If I could feel the wind in my hair, baby, that'd be just my luck. I got a man, he understands that a girl's got the world when she's got the steering wheel in her hands. It don't matter where we go, as long as we're on the road. We've got fun and freedom, cares we don't need 'em. We're rocking four-wheel drive. We've got the sun and the moon, and we're both in the mood to take her out for a ride. I've got my mind made up, I want a truck. It's got a stereo, cranked up the radio. We can sing along to our song, going fast while we take it real slow. When the stars all start coming out, we'll both know what life is about. We've got fun and freedom, cares we don't need 'em. We're rocking four-wheel drive. We've got the sun and the moon, and we're both in the mood to take her out for a ride. I've got my mind made up, I want a truck. Down an old dirt road, we can call it our home and make a memory we'll never forget. Sending up an amen like a bird on the wind. We're flying high, baby, yeah, we're living in it, loving it. Fun and freedom, cares we don't need 'em. We're rocking four-wheel drive. We've got the sun and the moon, and we're both in the mood to take her out for a ride. I've got my mind made up, I've got my mind made up, I've got my mind made up, I want a truck.
Song number 2.
My friend called me up, told me about her new boyfriend, Chris. She said he treats her well and that he comes from Los Angeles. she's never seen someone hit a golf ball the way he does, and he looks like a Ken doll. I said, girl, your boyfriend sounds cool and all, but can he bait a hook? Can he change a tire? Can he go in the woods and build a campfire? Can he shoot a gun? Can he take you mudding? Date in a country boy, girl, it's really something. You gotta believe me, there's so much fun. You won't see what I see till you find one. A couple months fly by, we're all out dancing at the club. She took my advice, found a guy from Oklahoma. Her sis started bragging about her fiance. He'll be a big city broker someday. My friend glanced up with a smile on her face and asked, can he bait a hook? Can he change a tire? Can he go in the woods and build a campfire? Can he shoot a gun? Can he take you mudding? Date in a country boy, girl, it's really something. You gotta believe me, there's so much fun. You won't see what I see till you find one. All you girls out there, listen up. Ask yourself these questions before he picks you up. Can he shotgun a beer and take you swing dancing? Can he put on a cowboy hat and look handsome? Can he drive a stick shift and take you four-wheeling? Date in a country boy, girl, it's so appealing. You gotta believe me, there's so much fun. Don't just settle for anyone. You won't see what I see till you find one. Till you find one. Till you find one.
Making her radio debut tonight on KICR Indie Country Radio, her name is Afton Prater. A-F-T-O-N is her first name. Afton Prater. That is called Till You Find One. And before that, another great song called I Want a Truck. Well, I have a truck and I love it. Decked out in Kansas City Chiefs stickers, too, by the way. And, yeah, I know they got rid of Tyreek Hill, traded him to the Miami Dolphins. Can you believe that? I'm going to put a sticker on my tailgate that says I'm over the hill. And you guys who know me and know my age already know that, right? Awesome. Well, we are working on a deal to get an interview with Afton Prater. As soon as I hear back from her and we confirm, we'll blast it all over our social media pages, so be looking for that. We're going to do one more from Afton Prater, her triple play. Then we're going to do another one, and then we're going to get Mr. Mike Morris into the show, and we're going to have a great radio interview with him here shortly. So hang on, everybody. This is Afton Prater one more time. This is called Every Bar on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio. New country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
Single Saturday night on the town, doing what I do, hopping around trying to find somewhere that I feel something. Give me a little Seeger's night moves, a man that brings me right back to me and you and all the times we were flying high with that tune bumping. I can just see you now, rocking out, baseball cap in that small town with a Bud Light in your hand, and round we dance. I can just see you now, sliding me the bottle. I worshiped you like I worship the gospel, and I don't know where the hell you are, but with me you're in every bar. All these taps seem to echo your name, and no other boy can take your place. And when I shoot the whiskey, oh man, it always hits me. I can just see you now, rocking out, baseball cap in that small town with a Bud Light in your
listening to Triple Play Thursday on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Blue-eyed angel sitting there with broken wings. A worn-out cowboy, yeah, we both been through some things. I've never been a savior, but you can put it all on me. But a saving grace is set this place, bartender, another drink. Let's just leave the tears on the label, catch a buzz from the neon sign. Baby, we can turn every table, but we can't turn back the time. Blame it on the whiskey, blame it on the wine, blame it on the band, let's play it tonight. Don't think about tomorrow, 'cause tomorrow's not tonight. Could be the pair of empty glasses, bringing on the honesty. Couple more slow dances could be the only thing we need. And girl, I'm not trying to take you home with me, 'cause the saving grace is at this place. Oh, we could just let it be. Let's just leave the tears on the label, catch a buzz from the neon sign. Baby, we can turn every table, but we can't turn back the time. Blame it on the whiskey, blame it on the wine, blame it on the band, let's play it tonight. Don't think about tomorrow, 'cause tomorrow's not tonight. Leave the tears on the label, lay our hearts out on the line. Baby, we can turn every table, but we can't turn back the time. Let's just leave the tears on the label, catch a buzz from the neon sign. Baby, we can turn every table, but we can't turn back the time. Blame it on the whiskey, blame it on the wine, blame it on the band, let's play it tonight. Don't think about tomorrow, tomorrow's not tonight.
Song number 2.
I'll be damned if I don't find myself on this bar stool again, 'cause I can't shake the feeling that your loving leaves me with. I can't lie, yeah, your type, is what I like. Guess I've got a thing for falling way too easily and giving all my love to things that ain't too good for me. But I can't lie, yeah, your type, is what I like. What I like about you ain't what you like about me. No, pour another drink, hey, let me tell you what I think. So you can love me, you can leave me, you can tell me you don't need me. We'll both make up before the night is finished. That's why loving you, babe, is a whiskey business.
Here we go again.
I'll be damned if you ain't trying to send a breakup text again. It's the 7th time this week you said you've had it with my friends, but I can't lie, yeah, your type, is what I like. What I like about you ain't what you like about me. No, pour another drink, hey, let me tell you what I think. So you can love me, you can leave me, you can tell me you don't need me. We'll both make up before the night is finished. Oh, 'cause loving you, babe, is a whiskey business. Hey, don't matter if you miss me, at least I got my whiskey. I'll probably have censored. Love comes with a cover. What I like about you ain't what you like about me. Hell no. Pour another drink. Hey, let me tell you what I think. You can love me, you can leave me, you can tell me you don't need me. We'll both make up before the night is finished. That's why loving you, babe, is a whiskey business. It's a whiskey business. It's whiskey business.
That is Whiskey Business. I think I saw that movie with Tom Cruise. No, that was that was Risky Business. I'm just joking. That's Whiskey Business, Ryan Waters, and before that, Tomorrow's Not Tonight. Well, obviously, tonight is Triple Play Thursday. Tomorrow is New Music Friday. Be sure to join us on that program as well. We hit the airwaves live on our website at 7 p.m. Central Time from Branson, Missouri, the live entertainment capital of the world, on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. We'll be live with Mr. Mike Morse right after this next song, the third one in the triple play for Ryan Waters. It is called Chevrolet You Down on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio. New country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
Never met a guy named Gucci, don't know a thing about Louis. The only Starbucks we got are the ones on the wall. Might not be what you used to. No street lights, just a full moon. This old Z, you and me, girl, we could have it all. It don't take no 6-lane traffic on the freeway. First class on a jet plane. Run away to get out of town. Girl, it's a long year. Mud up on them good years. Crack a couple cold beers. Out here ain't no one around. I wanna pull you close and Chevrolet. Don't know if that life's for you. Cut off jeans and a plain white tee. Do it for me. You can climb on up in this bench seat. Windows down and a cool breeze. This old Z, you and me, girl, we can have it all. It don't take no 6-lane traffic on the freeway. First class on a jet plane. Run away to get out of town. Girl, it's a long year. Mud up on them good years. Crack a couple cold beers. Out here ain't no one around. I wanna pull you close and Chevrolet you down. It just takes a 2-lane, barefoot in the driveway, kissing on the tailgate, real late, right here, right now. It don't take no 6-lane traffic on the freeway. First class on a jet plane. Run away to get out of town. Girl, it's a long year. Mud up on them good years. Crack a couple cold beers. Out here ain't no one around. I wanna pull you close and Chevrolet you down. I wanna pull you close and Chevrolet you down.
His name is Ryan Waters. That is the third single of his triple play. It is called Chevrolet You Down. I love that song because I have a Chevrolet Silverado. And we're going to be interviewing Ryan Waters on this program May the 20th. So be sure to tune in for that. It's going to be great. He's going to have a brand new single out before then. He's been blowing it up on TikTok for about a week now, and I'm looking forward to that. They're going to send it to me, so we might get to debut it before it releases as well. Well, tonight we've got a great artist by the name of Mike Morse with us tonight. And how are you, my friend?
Tim, I am great, man. I've had a fabulous day.
Well, that's me too. It's been a great day here, although a little cold. It feels like it's still wintertime here in Branson. It's about 40 and mist and rain. Maybe going to get down to 30s and some snow flurries tonight. Welcome to spring. Welcome to spring in Missouri. That's
Exactly.
Hey, you're a little further north than me, though, man. You must like the cold. You came from Montana and then now North Dakota, I think.
Yeah. It's the weather's a little challenging up here, but that's okay. But today was a balmy, 51, 52 degrees.
Yep. Well, hey,
Tomorrow's snow.
This is radio. I don't have to show my face for radio, and you don't have to show your white legs either. Okay.
That's right.
So and I got a buddy in Minnesota too, Mr. Gary West, and he shows still riding around on a snowmobile. I think they got about another 5-6 inches the other day. So, yep. So enough about the weather. Let's talk about you and your music career, man. You sent 3 songs over to my email. And I get a lot of songs, like I was telling you off the air, and everybody can imagine the kind of music that I get and all kinds of different stuff. Some of it's not even country, but when you sent me 3 songs to listen to, I was like, okay, these are all good, and this is good enough to get on this program, Triple Play Thursday, where every artist gets played 3 times in a row.
Great. Yeah. Off my new EP, produced by Mark Alabarius and engineered by Justin Wantz, and they're just 3 songs from the heart, man.
Yeah.
So.
Well done, and I'm looking for great production, a wide variety of instruments, a little bit of everything. And, they call just doing guitar acoustic shows mostly, so I don't play a whole lot of those. Once in a while, you get a really, really good one. But I love some of the drums in there, the piano every once in a while, and stuff like that. Ronnie Millsap killed it with Smoky Mountain Rain. That's a classic.
Oh, boy.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
Not that you guys got to follow up on something like that, but, you got a little bit of everything like that in your music, and I love hearing that.
It's great. I speaking of keyboard players, a keyboard player produced that album.
Wow.
His name's Mark Alabarius. Played for Joe Diffie for years.
Yeah.
Lori Morgan, Pam Tillis, and he's just an ace, man. I've been working on and off with him for 25 years.
Yeah.
Good dude. They produced it. It's just the perfect amount of production.
Well, absolutely, and that's what we're listening for, and our tagline is New Country's Best. Our Twitter account is at New Country's Best, so you can follow us over there on Twitter. I don't tweet a whole lot, but we do have that, but that's what we're looking for, is the best out there, because I want you guys to get on major market radio and FM stations to pick you up, then start charting. We do Roots Music Report, by the way. You're going to get charted 3 times on that tonight. And you've been on it before because I've been playing you for a little bit. But, Music Row and the other charts, and Billboard, the big one. So, that's in the future, and that's what we want for you guys.
Yeah, that's what we're all working for,
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of that, you've been working at it a little while. You started playing guitar at 8, and then you started performing live at 13.
Yeah, my first professional gig was 13, doing what I'm doing now, a solo acoustic show.
Yeah.
And and then from there, I caught the fever. It's like, I'm going to do this. And next thing you know, I'm in a school bus headed from Montana to Indiana, playing in a rock band with guys 20 years older than me.
Wow.
Never looked back.
Yep, that is awesome. 15, yeah, you became a professional musician and started touring. Man, 15, I was trying to get my dad to let me quit school and paint houses with him. I don't know what the heck I was thinking.
Oh, I had a little harder. My dad was a retired microbiology professor.
Oh, man.
And my mom was a retired 8th grade school teacher. And I said, I want to quit school and go on the road in a rock band. And they were like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But, it all worked out.
Yep.
So.
Well, that's one of the questions that I ask a lot of times, especially of the young artists that we have, on the program. Got some as young as 11 years old that I've been interviewing here recently. What does mom and dad think about you wanting to even be in country music, and do that for a living? But boy, that's the biggest thing, isn't it? Is family support.
Right. You got to have it.
And,
you got to have it.
I don't know if you're married or not. We haven't had this discussion. I usually never talk to the artist before this because I've done so many of these. I want them all to be off the cuff and, have your own story and everything. But if you are married, if you aren't, if you have siblings and any of them interested in music like you.
I am married. I've been married for the last 18 years to my wonderful wife Lori, and I have 4 great stepchildren. And but no, I'm really the only musician. Yeah. Out of my family from Montana or really anybody, and or that's even that's pursued it anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm it.
Well, I'm with you on that. I'm the oldest of 5 boys and the only guy doing anything on the radio, so that's for sure. And definitely country music. They don't listen to country music, and I did some growing up. Some of the older stuff. Kenny Rogers, he was awesome, and some of those guys. But the '90s country is what got me, because I was doing '80s music when I first started in radio and in broadcasting school. I was 86 when I graduated from broadcasting school. And so, it was REO, Speedwagon, Journey, Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, that kind of stuff. Good stuff, Heart, and all of that. But the country music got me in the 90s, man, when Garth and Toby and all those guys from Oklahoma were coming up, because I married my first wife from Oklahoma and real close to Texas. And, the stories behind these songs that they're telling is just phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, pretty much me too. I grew up in the 80s. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I toured the U.S. and Japan, Guam, Europe in spandex and makeup, playing rock and roll.
Oh wow!
And then I came back and they said, really, in order for you to make a living, in a cover band, you're gonna have to play Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Uh-huh. And I was like, I don't think so. And here's Garth, Travis Tritt, Toby Keith.
Yep.
And they had the guitar licks were all Southern rock licks, so it was like, all right, this is where I'm going.
Yeah. Well,
here I am now.
That and that tongue thing with Gene Simmons and Kiss was already taken, right? So.
Right, exactly. Yeah, he had that market more than cornered.
I'm telling you, isn't that something? Something that simple, it stood the test of time, and that's what he's known for. It's crazy.
He's a genius.
Yep.
When it comes to marketing, he's a genius.
Absolutely. Well, we want to market your music for sure on this program, and hopefully get you on a lot of others. We are on a lot of others, and I sent you the list today of the other 12 stations that are playing this program. So you're getting heard in Ireland, Australia, Belgium, Germany, Denver, Colorado, just a host of them. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, we're glad to do that for you. And through these stations, even though 12 doesn't seem like a lot, this program and your music in this program tonight is going to be heard in over 200 countries around the world.
That just blows me away.
Yep.
I mean, it's amazing that, the way technology is now, because I would never be able to market yourself without the help of a record company, without doing that. There's
absolutely.
Just no way.
And that's one thing I wanted to ask you, if you can remember, or if you, is just how you found us, because you just popped up in my email. I'm not sure how you found us.
I did a search. I mean, I'm obviously out marketing myself, and pumping these songs and this EP to further my songwriting career. Not so much be an artist, but mostly my songwriting career. And I just looked up independent artist stations that would take submissions from artists, and you popped up, and
wow.
I sent you an email, and here we are.
Good to know. I tell people this all the time. If they want to find me, it is internet radio for the most part. But if they just Google Today's Country with Tim Kelly, they'll find me all over the place, or KICR, of course, Indie Country Radio. And, we go live on our website right at 7. There's a neat little chat room in here that I'm looking at right now. We call them family in here because they're in here every week. They're almost on the air in here before I get on. Well, they can't obviously be, but just a few seconds later, I see my chat room lighting up and people coming in here to say hello, and and everybody knows everybody pretty much. But it's sure fun when you guys and the artists and their fans come in here and hang out for the first time. We love that too.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yep.
So hello to everybody in the chat room.
There you go. It is a really super cool format, and the audio quality is superb. And what Spreaker does is they send this over to iHeartRadio and everything automatically, but I send it to Germany and Belgium. I download the show after it's over, and I send it to them so they can replay it. So you're going to get replayed in a bunch of other countries too tonight.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Let's talk about your first song. We're going to play it called Rubber Hits the Road. Tell me about this one.
Well, it's your classic girl song. It's about a relationship when you have a relationship with somebody that doesn't work, and then later on down the road you try it again and it doesn't work, and it seems like every time when you're just about ready to get over that hill, something catalyst her to take off again, And finally, she comes back again, and this time it's just keep going.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this again, and it's happened to me, and obviously this song is about somebody.
Yeah, that is awesome.
And it's just my way of dealing with it is to write it down and hopefully somebody else can relate to it.
Absolutely. And even the young artists, like I was telling you, that I interview, write these stories about love. And I have to ask them, is this something that you're writing from experience? Or, is it a song that was pitched to you? Or, what's the story behind it? And that's why I love doing these interviews. Because when I get a lot of emails, and I get tons, I get a lot of weird song titles. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what this is about. And even when I listen to it, I'm like, man, I got to hear their whole story behind this song. So that's why I look forward to and reach out to artists like you that had 3 strong songs that you sent over, and I've got, I think, 5 now. So we're in business with getting your music out there. Let's do Rubber Hits the Road from Mike Morris, and then we'll come back and talk some more and play a couple more of his songs since it's Triple Play Thursday. We are KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
She says, how you doing? It's been too long. I sit there stunned thinking the only way this goes is wrong. 'Cause you get me to thinking about those things I can't control. Trick me into believing she's never letting go. Then the rubber hits the road. She's gone just as fast as she can go. Moving on, adios, sayonara, past go. When the rubber hits the road. She'll say that she tried, just couldn't go on. Every time that she looked back, what she did all wrong. Well, she'll keep that door open just enough to see the light, and feed me just enough rope. I'll hang myself every time. Then the rubber hits the road. Well, she's gone just as fast as she can go. Moving on, adios, sayonara, past go. When the rubber hits the road. Well, you think by now I'd see it coming. This time I spare my heart and just keep running. When the rubber hits the road, be gone just as fast as you can go. Move on, adios, sayonara, past go. When the rubber hits the road. When the rubber hits the road. When the rubber hits the road.
That is called Rubber Hits the Road. His name is Mike Morse. He is live with us tonight from North Dakota, right?
Yeah, I'm just across the line into North Dakota, Fargo, right?
Fargo? Yeah.
Yeah, sister city to Moorhead, Minnesota.
Uh-huh. All
Yep.
right. Well, you were telling me off of the air that you're having great success playing a lot of great gigs up there. So, man, keep doing your thing, and we wish you a lot more success, and we're definitely going to keep playing your music for sure.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm busy.
Absolutely.
Busy.
My wife in the chat room, she says great lyrics. Lula says yes, for sure. He can sing and write. So double
awesome.
whammy right there.
Nice.
Talk about songwriting a little bit. Most of the artists we play on the program do write their own material, so that's true of you. Do you have a certain style of songwriting? You have to wake up and, maybe early in the morning and with an idea, write that down or finish it then, or co-writes with somebody? Tell us a little bit about your style.
I'm a write a lot guy these days. It used to go in binge type things where I'd sit down and do it for 2 or 3 months and then put it away for a year.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I've put out this EP and certain things from your past, when you put out an album, people from your past come back and like in droves, and then all those old things come up, and then you're just bound to write about them. And so I find myself, I do music for a living, so I don't have to, get up and go put in 40 hours. And so I'm fortunate enough with my wife's situation that I can sit in my studio and write pretty much whenever I want.
That is awesome.
But, yeah, they're definitely my lyrics are definitely, they're not made up. Yeah. They're just, I try to say just enough so that people can read between the lines, so that they can relate it to their story.
Yeah. Well, there's an artist that I've been playing. He's going to be opening for Tim McGraw this summer on his 2022 tour, and he just came out with his debut album on Valentine's Day, and he says it's the story of his life, and that's what you write about in country music. That is awesome.
Oh, it's really crazy because you mentioned co-writing, and I don't do a lot of co-writing. I have, but I was approached by a friend of mine who doesn't do co-writing either, and said we should really work on that. And I said, okay, let's do this. You write a song or start a song about songwriting, and I'll start a song about songwriting. And I'm not going to go into his, but I'm going to go into mine. And the hook in my song is "Welcome to My Life, 3 minutes at a time." And that's what you get from songwriters. And that 99.9% of them, you're getting their life 3 minutes at a time.
301 on Rubber Hits the Road that we just played, and 306 on Small Town we're getting ready to hit next. So yeah, you know what 3 minutes is in the radio business. Lot more work than 3 minutes goes into it, though, doesn't it?
Oh boy. Yeah, definitely.
So let me ask you this, because your vocals are awesome too, and I was telling you that off the air, man. You said mostly you're a guitar player. That's your love and your main gig, but you've got the pipes too, my friend. So keep doing the recordings. But where did you go to record these tracks that we're playing tonight, studio wise?
I did them at OMG Nashville.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Some friends of mine, Mark Alvarez, obviously is the producer, and Jason Wantz engineered it, and they're if you want some guys that'll make your songs tasty, those are the two guys.
There
definitely.
You go. Awesome. I love Music Row. Been there several times, and a lot of these older looking 2-story homes, balconies out front, that kind of thing. But it's insides where all the magic happens. And if I go in there, it'd be like me in a radio station. I'd be like wanting to play with all them buttons, man.
Yeah, it's amazing how many of them don't have that many buttons anymore.
Yeah, is that right?
It's amazing.
I'm
technology.
I got a Tim Kelly Productions that I use to produce this show, and to build the website for that, I'm looking for this big long keyboard, and that's what I got on my cover of the website. With all them buttons, just like they have in a recording studio. And you're right, I use a few buttons and mostly a mouse on a computer to record what I put together for the program. So
exactly.
Yep. As long as I can keep that mouse happy, everything's good. The station works great. I tell you what, and broadcasting in my basement studio, I see a mouse every once in a while. No, I'm just kidding. But even the mouse loves the music that you guys make, man, and this is why we call it New Country's Best. And let me ask you this, though. Names that we might know, somebody who maybe inspired you to get into country music that you listened to growing up.
Steve Warner.
Okay.
Skip Ewing.
Mm-hmm.
And those are as far as writers go. I mean, I've always been kind of a sappy guy and wanted, but those two, Skip Ewing was a huge influence writing wise. you know, musician wise, of course, Travis Tritt was a huge influence on me.
Oh yeah.
Because it was rocking enough that I was okay with it at that point.
Uh-huh.
But then I really got into the country end of it and shut the distortion pedal off and learned how to play country guitar, and that you know, there's some great musicians out there that influenced me, Brent Mason being one of them.
Yeah.
You know,
I've heard that name a lot.
You've heard his guitar on almost everything.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, that name, he pops up quite a bit. Well, you know, we talked about in the interview tonight a lot of what Travis Tritt sings about in one of his songs. You know, I'm gonna be somebody someday. You know, parents might think it's crazy for you going out and playing your guitar and wanting to do music for a living, but you know, it's determination and, you know, it's your passion, and you guys are entrepreneurs. You know, there's a lot of work, like we talked about in these 3-minute songs, that goes into them. And, you know, a lot of your hard-earned dollars goes into that music today. To make one song is quite expensive. So, you know, right. you want a quality product at the end of the day, and I feel that's what you have in your music. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, you've got something that everybody can work with. And, you know, and I'm sure you've been in some of these gigs, and you've been doing this long enough. Isn't it cool when somebody starts singing your songs in front of you when you're playing shows that you do?
It's absolutely awesome. And it's really, you know, I just released this in January, and well, actually, it didn't come out till February. It was pre-released in January, but yeah, to actually get requests for your song by name, is incredible. And then, awesome. Or to just watch people. I play a game with them. I tell them, I'll give you the name of the song. I don't care if you use Google, whatever, to search for it, and I'll give you a prize, you know, if you tell me what artist did this song, you know. And I do Rubber Hits the Road, and they're looking it up, and they come up with Stephen Curtis Chapman and Brantley Gilbert or Meatloaf, and it's like, no, I wrote that song. Wow. And but they're out there bobbing, their heads are bobbing to it, and that's a good indication for me. So.
Yeah. Absolutely. You know, and that is a neat thing, too. And I talk about it some on the program. I haven't in a while, but I get a lot of songs with the same title. Like, a lot of them are simple, like one-word titles. Like, let's say Drive. You've got Rubber Hits the Road, but I've got probably 10 songs that are titled Drive by different artists, you know. So you got to kind of protect that title of the song, too, for it to really do well in certain ways in music, too, don't you?
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, they can't really, you know, just your hook has to be better. Yeah. There you go. That's the whole thing, because I mean, you can, you know, people use the same words all the time. Yeah. It's a different song, you know. Yep. So you just got to write a better hook. You just got to write a better song.
Absolutely, and everybody catches that too, like BMI and ASCAP and SOCAN in Canada. You know, with the waveforms that are in there. So that's why, you know, when you go to these places, when you do make it big and this music is licensed and all of that, even the restaurants have to pay to play your stuff. So that's when you that's when you know you're doing pretty good.
Yep.
So that's good stuff. Well, I got a couple of more things for you. One more thing is I want to ask you, what is your dream gig? If there's any artist that you could either perform with live on stage doing a duet with, or maybe open for, what would maybe be some names?
Oh, man. You know, I've opened for so many people. Man, if I could sit down and do boy, that's a tough question, man.
I told you it wasn't a curve, but it make you think.
It's a curve, because there's just so many people that I admire and would want to do a song with. Yeah. Man.
You like the outlaw country, like Johnny, Willie, Waylon, that kind of stuff?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, if I could do a song with Willie, hands down. Yeah. Here's the thing. I got to open up for Willie. Wow. And that was a huge deal. Mm-hmm. That was a huge deal. I'm not going to go into any stories about harmonica players and drummers, but it was a huge deal. Yeah. And it was a very fun afternoon.
He put on a show in Springfield, Missouri, just north of where I'm at in Branson, the Friday after Merle Haggard died. Now, I was on the radio the day Merle passed away, And Willie is a show must go on kind of guy. So he brought Jamie Johnson with him to Springfield because obviously Merle had just passed away. And Jamie Johnson did all the Merle's parts, and he got so emotional he could barely finish them, they said, in a lot of his songs.
Oh, man.
So, but yeah, that's Willie Nelson. You know, he didn't cancel the show because his buddy Merle passed away. He's like, Merle would want the show to go on. I'm going to do it. And he brought Jamie with him. So that was awesome.
Well, I mean, look, Willie's sister Bobby died last week.
Yeah, she did. That's right.
And he announced a tour with Jason Isbell today.
Yeah.
Or yesterday. I mean, he's he's right though. Those people, and she would want the band to go on and play.
Mm-hmm.
It's what they do. It's who they are. It's,
Absolutely. And he's well into his 80s and still doing it. He did an interview with Al Roker from the Today Show a couple of years ago, I think now it's been, and I was watching that one morning, and Al asked him, he said, what do you want your legacy to be? And he said, I just want people to get their money's worth in my shows. That's all I want. And boy, they sure do that.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So there you go. Well, I know you're giving them their money's worth, too, by what I'm hearing from you. So keep doing that. One more thing I want to ask you, or thank you for. You sent me a CD with a picture frame and a glass cover and everything to me, asked me what my address was, and I appreciate that, man. It is hanging up right here with me in my studio, so thank you very much for that. I appreciate when the artists reach out and do those fun things for us because we play their music.
That's great. I'm glad you like it. You're very, very welcome.
No, we appreciate it. One more thing. I want to ask you, where can everybody find you on social media? I've been looking at your website, but you tell them where it is.
Well, you can get it, of course, MikeMorseLive.com. Mike Morse Live on Facebook, at Mike Morse Live on Instagram. Of course, you can find my music on Spotify, iTunes, almost anywhere.
There you
anywhere go. You can stream music. You can get it from my website if you want a physical copy. Hit me up on Facebook.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to hit you up on Facebook after the program. I'm going to publish my playlist and tag you in it. You can go back and listen to the replay of the show after it's over tonight. But like I said, it's going to be replayed on about 12 other stations around the world and a bunch of other formats. It goes to iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all of that as podcasts. So we will definitely keep playing your music, my friend. And come back anytime, man. A couple of months down the road, if you want to pitch just one new song, hit me up and we'll do this again. It's been fun.
I'd love to.
Yeah, you're welcome. Mike Morse right here. This song is going to help take us into the second hour. It is called Small Towns on the Two Lanes. Today's Country with Tim Kelly on KICR Indie Country Radio, Triple Play Thursday.
Tired of the hustle, fed up with the game. People all cutthroat, fighting for the same old thing. Who can burn who and make the loudest noise? Yeah, all keeping with the Joneses. Guess I'm just a good old boy. Call me crazy, call me a fool, blow me up with a you. Treat them like they're flyover states. Well, I'm grabbing gears, hitting overdrive. Every show, every time. Go ahead and say what you're gonna say. I'll take a small town on a 2-lane any day. Everybody knows your business. Everybody knows your name. Who's cheating who and who's to blame? It's a little bit of hunger, whole lot of chase. It's where you find humble. It's where leather meets lace. Call me crazy, call me a fool, blow me up with a you. Treat them like they're flyover
starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Room 242, Holiday Inn. I'm supposed to get over you. Chalk it up to a good time. Go on like I'm just fine. And forget what you just put me through. That ain't easy to do. 'Cause I'll stay up all night, pacing the floor, till I can't stand these four walls anymore. And I'll drive just as far as I can, till I can't feel the touch of your hands, till I find a place something feels right. Until then, I'll drive. Mile after mile, day after day, I don't know what else to do. So I'll just drive around from town to town in any direction I choose. See, nothing ain't a lot to lose behind this wheel till I find my way. I'll be back, just not today. I'll drive just as far as I can, till I can't feel the touch of your hands, till I find a place something feels right. Until then, I'll drive till I can't anymore, till I forget what I'm doing this for. I'll drive. I'll drive just as far as I can, till I can't feel the touch of your hands, till I find a place something feels right. Until then, I'll drive.
His name is Mike Morse. We just had a great radio interview on KICR Indie Country Radio, and that is the third song in the triple play, kicking off hour number 2. It is called I'll Drive. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll keep pushing the buttons on my mouse and driving this country down the road, that's for sure. If you're driving down the road, you can also listen to this radio station. Just sync it with the Bluetooth in your speakers in your car, and man, it sounds great in stereo that way. Absolutely. I play it in my truck all the time. I'm not big on listening to myself, but I love the music that we play, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I'm big on this next young lady. She just celebrated her 18th birthday, vacationed in spring break in Florida, and she is from Nixa, Missouri, just north of where I'm broadcasting live in Branson tonight. Her name is Dakota Hale. We're going to kick off her 3 with Somewhere Over You on today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on a triple play Thursday.
Cry me a bucket full of tears. Tonight all the blame goes on the beer. Though all my friends keep giving me advice, it's through my own pain I finally realize that the only way to find a love that's true is somewhere over you. The only place to find somebody new is be that fool nobody knows, or I could be that stranger in a crowd, and I can be myself for crying out loud. The only way to find a love that's true is somewhere over you. The only place to find somebody new is somewhere over you. Oh, I'm crying me a bucket full of tears. Tonight all the blame goes on the beer. Though all my friends keep giving me advice, it's through my own pain I finally realize that the only way to find a love that's true is somewhere over you. The only place to find somebody new is somewhere over you. I'm running out to find somebody new. Yes, I'm over you.
New country sounds like this.
I'd rather drink a hot beer, build a fire in the pouring rain, burn all of my fishing gear, then set sail in a hurricane.
And this.
I don't wanna be a good time girl, arm around my shoulder, shutting down your favorite bar.
And this.
99 Halo couldn't take you away.
You're listening to the best in new country music on KICR, Indie Country Radio.
It's an indecision kind of shape that I'm in. I think my mind is made up, it'll change like the wind. I'm all upside down with this back and forth stuff. I got a love, hate thing about love. It's one step forward and two steps back. It's nearly giving me a broken heart attack. I can't keep it together when I'm cracking up. I got a love, hate thing about love. I swear I'm never gonna fall again, and I feel myself start giving in. Might as well admit it's some powerful stuff. I got a love, hate thing about love. I got a love, hate thing about love. This on again, off again, feeling my gut. Has me all tied up and he loves me not. I want space that I can get close enough. I got a love, hate thing about love. It's a vicious cycle, never ending sort of thing. I'll be convinced and then I don't know just what
Once again, her name is Dakota Hale, 18 years young. Yeah, there you go, from Nixa, Missouri, just north of Branson. And she is awesome. That is called Love Hate Thing, her favorite, she said, of the ones that she has done to date. Well, I love a good ballad in the world of country music, and I love this next one. The third one in the triple play for Dakota Hale is called Easily on today's country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, new country's best on a triple play Thursday.
I simply can't resist your powerful charm. Makes me wanna take you in my arms. Your eyes, your smile, your voice captivate me heart and soul. It's tough keeping it to myself, but no one else can know. I could fall in love with you so easily. I'm right there on the edge secretly, but you're with someone and I am too. That's the cold hard simple truth, the one truth that may never set me free. I could fall in love with you so easily. I've gotta learn to keep my feelings in check. Wouldn't wanna lose our self-respect. Your hand's not mine to hold. I remind myself once more. That's what I long for. I could fall in love with you so easily. I'm right there on the edge secretly, but you're with someone and I am too. That's the cold hard simple truth, the one truth that may never set me free. I could fall in love with you so easily. Had we met before our lives were all laid out, I believe we both know how it would have played out. But you're with someone and I am too. You can't be mine, and that's the truth, the one truth that may never set me free. I could fall in love with you. I think I'm falling in love with you. I could fall in love with you easily.
We invite you to visit our radio sponsors like Roger the Wild Child. Roger the Wild Child Show can be heard Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Central Time on his website, RogerTheWildChildShow.com. CTFO, changing the future outcome of what? Your health and your wealth. SOS for Life, SOSforlife.org. Veterans of the Ozarks, and Ablaze Entertainment. All of our sponsors can be found on our website, KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. Just visit our sponsor tab.
Cotton flannel on a front porch swing, leather jacket and some tight blue jeans. Don't get me started on the things I think when you're wearing nothing but them soft white sheets. Yeah. Listen, baby, you can put on anything, but what drives me crazy is seeing you and me all slipping that neon on. Girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. Nothing turns me on like you in a honky tonk. Smoke rings, glowing greens and reds. They hug your body like a long black dress. It's tailor-made for your silhouette. Nothing steals my breath like seeing you in a honky tonk. The way you're slipping that neon on. Girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. But nothing turns me on like you in a honky tonk. Sipping and swaying and singing, girl, all I'm saying is it fits you like a glove. Listen, baby, you can put on anything, but I just go crazy seeing you in a honky tonk. The way you're slipping that neon on. Girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. Nothing turns me on like you in a honky tonk. The way you're slipping that neon on. Girl, there ain't a look you can't pull off. But nothing turns me on like you in a honky tonk. Oh, in a honky tonk. In a honky tonk.
Song number 2.
Hey moon, it's me again, that guy that's always checking back in. How's she doing? I'm hoping better than I've been. Hey moon, there's someone you see that stands between her love and me, and I miss her. Damn, I miss her. Hey moon, I'm giving it all that I got. Hey moon, I'm down to my last shot, and I know that it's crazy talking to a rock in the sky. Oh, but I gotta try. Hey moon, is she looking up from her room and thinking of us as she been tucked in, wondering where I've been, dreaming about seeing me again? Hey moon, I'm giving it all that I got. Hey moon, I'm down to my last shot, and I know that it's crazy talking to a rock in the sky, but I gotta try. Hey moon. Hey moon, if you see my little girl, would you shine your light on the world? Trust me, I know it's crazy talking to a rock in the sky. Oh, but I gotta try. Yeah, yeah.
His name name is Randall King. He is from the great state of Texas. That is a hit song right there and a fan favorite on this radio station. It is called Hey Moon. And before that, You in a Honky Tonk. Well, last Tuesday night, Randall King got to play in country music's coolest honky tonk at the Grand Ole Opry in the Ryman Auditorium inside that circle. Absolutely phenomenal. And he is so excited, ladies and gentlemen, and we wish him all of the best. Now, Randall King just signed a major label record deal with Warner Music Nashville. So we're going to give somebody else that time quite a bit on this radio station, but we will play Randall's music from time to time because he is phenomenal, and we are a big part of why that happened here at KICR Indie Country Radio, and it is a pleasure to play his music. That's why we call it New Country's Best. His title track to his latest album is out right now. We've got it, and it will be the third song in his triple play. It is called Shot Glass on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio. New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
All my plans and all my schemes, all my hopes and all my dreams. Tell me how does all of that fit into a shot glass? My first kiss and my first car, Amazing Grace on my first guitar. Tell me how does all of that fit into a shot glass? It ain't that big, it seems so small, but still somehow it holds it all. So here's to you and my checkered past. Gonna shoot it down and not look back. All her love, her daydream eyes, her first hello, her last goodbye. Now tell me how does all of that fit into the shot glass? But still somehow it holds it on. So here's to you and my broken past. I'm gonna shoot it down and not look back. Daddy's gun, Mama's silver cross, and that part of me that just got lost. And tell me how does all of that fit into a shot glass? Man, tell me how did all of that fit into a shot glass? Fit into a shot glass.
Once again, his name is Randall King. A lot of folks calling him George Strait #2. I think they're right. And his latest single called Shot Glass, the title track of his current album. Go out and get it. It is fantastic. And congratulations once again to him on signing with a major record label, Warner Music Nashville, and performing last Tuesday night at the Grand Ole Opry. Well, this young lady's going to perform for us tonight, but she doesn't have to play anything. We're going to play her music. So her name is Dallas Remington. How are you tonight, my friend?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for having me tonight.
Absolutely. Great to have you on the program. And we're going to play 3 of your songs, too. That's how we do it on Triple Play Thursday. Pretty cool idea, huh?
Awesome. I love that. Any radio play is amazing.
Yeah.
So we love that so much.
Absolutely. I don't know of anybody around the world that has tried to even copy this show and play 3 songs in a row from every artist. And, and I hear, and I'm sure you do too, or see it, a lot of talk about women not getting enough radio airplay and FM radio especially, but that is not true on this program.
Well, we really appreciate it. That's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Glad to do it. Now, you are a Kentucky girl, I'm seeing in your bio. I just interviewed Stick Tight Akins for the first time a couple of weeks ago. He's from Kentucky as well. A lot of great country music in that state.
We have a lot of country music. I think we, being biased, being from Kentucky, I think we might have we might be competing with Texas on the amount of country music artists, but I think we have most of them. The greats are from here, so I'm really proud to be from such a musical state. I am from the opposite side of the state as most musicians, but I could still claim I'm a Kentucky musician.
Yep. Well, I don't know, and you probably haven't had this opportunity to open for Randall King, but he just opened for you because you're going to follow him tonight, so that's pretty cool, huh?
Love that. Love that.
Yep, and of course you knew who he was as soon as we got on the phone. You know the gentleman, and I tell you what,
yes.
I've known of your music for a while too, but this is our first time hooking up on a radio interview, and man, this is a good thing. I'm glad to have you. I love your music.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah,
I really appreciate that.
Absolutely. Your passion for performing and playing guitar, it says, began at an early age, around 9 years old. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so like we were saying, I'm from a really small town in Kentucky, and I always say this, I credit my a lot of the reason I am in the music industry is because of my mama, which is my mama's mom.
Uh-huh.
I always loved to sing, and I loved music, but when I was 9 years old, she saw an ad in the paper for a local venue giving guitar lessons, and she said, I think Dallas should go up there because she's always loved music. And just see what happens. And so I started taking lessons from Mr. Campbell over there at the Kentucky Opry. Uh-huh. And next thing I know, I started performing in some of their shows, and they posted a video of me. And a producer in Nashville saw it when I was 11 and invited me to start playing my first gigs in Nashville. And we literally have not slowed down since. It's going to be 11 years this coming May that I've been performing in Nashville. And just been one amazing open door after another. And we're so thankful for the journey that God's put in my path,
Uh-huh.
and so thankful for all the people that connected me there, and it's always gonna come back to my Paul being one of my biggest supporters.
That is awesome. I love that story, and thanks for stopping here on your journey for this 30 minutes, and
Yes.
including KICR. We appreciate that too.
Well, I appreciate y'all.
These folks in the chat room and everybody listening around the world is going to love your music when we bust it out tonight. We're going to play 3 of your great songs. And I want to ask you this, too. Now, you were talking about you've been doing this for a little bit, maybe 11 years. Lots of talent out there, and I discover that all the time. It shows up in my email even. The artist that I interviewed before you tonight, sent me 3 songs in my email. And he found me on a Google search for indie country radio stations. And, and of course, it's pretty smart to name this show Indie Country Radio. So I think we can hook up like that. But what about some of these different talent competitions that are out there? And you've been doing this for a while. Any aspirations to try out for American Idol, The Voice, America's Got Talent, any of that?
Yeah, well, I actually have several pretty good friends that are on this season of Idol, so
Really?
I'm watching that pretty closely to see
Yeah.
how they all do. I had a lot of friends end up in Hollywood this year,
Wow.
so it's gonna be a country music year, I think, on Idol.
Yeah.
But we've talked about it, and I've had some interactions with most of the shows. It hasn't been my time yet, but I told somebody the other day, if that's the way I'm destined to make it, it'll all work out when it's supposed to work out.
Yeah.
And we'll keep on trying and see what happens. But right now, I'm just trying to write the best music possible, play as many gigs as possible, and just meet a bunch of amazing people. And if the path ends up heading down one of those directions, then we'll see what happens.
Yeah, there you go. You may know my good friend, Miss Riley Madison. She just tried out, and she's going to Hollywood just this last week. Her nephew, Dustin Chapman, good friend of mine, and I've been playing him for a little bit. And his niece, up-and-coming singer, I think she's like 16 years old or something like that, and she wowed the judges this last week. So,
That's awesome.
there is just so much talent out there that even I don't know about, and I've been doing this for 10 years on the indie country side of things. So.
Exactly. There's so many amazing artists around the world that, And I know that in Nashville, you know, they say you can just turn around and you're going to see another singer-songwriter. You know, everybody there is for music, but it's that way around the world, and it's because of shows like that people get their opportunities that don't have the opportunity, you know, to be in Nashville, be present in the music industry. So I think they are really a great thing for everybody.
Absolutely. Well, it tells me on your bio that you've been traveling around to state fairs and festivals, churches, all these different various music in venues, but it doesn't really matter where you're playing, whether you're singing at church or on the street or on a flatbed trailer, it says, or somewhere in Nashville. You love every minute of it. And boy, that says volumes right there, because when you love what you do, you never work a day in your life, do you?
Exactly. And I love it. There is a lot of hard work involved, but like you said, when you love it, it's not work. It's just work. It's making your dreams come true, you know. And I've had an amazing team put around me that we've built up over the past few years, and amazing people that are working really hard for me as well as my family. And so I just love it, and I'm so thankful that I have the people around me that I do that allow me to be able to, you know, live my dream and help me and push me further to get towards that dream.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and with hard work, success comes every time with hard work. And it's happening for you because you're starting to hit the music charts. Number 43 with Uncommon Man and on the Billboard Country Indicators, 24 on Music Row breakout charts. So things are happening for you, and that's good to see.
Yes, we're really excited. And our most recent radio single, Princess, actually went to number 40 on the Billboard Indicator charts, and we're really excited about that. And then we're hoping we're going to have a new single out to radio here in the next couple months. Can't say any exact dates because you never know what's going to happen.
Yes.
But we're hoping to get some new music out there for radio real soon.
Absolutely. You know, here's a question that I ask of artists, young, male, female, doesn't matter. Who inspires you in country music? And I'm looking at a couple that probably do because you've done covers to their songs. Miranda Lambert and Maren Morris is a couple of names.
Yes, I love both of them. You know, the song that actually got me to Nashville was "The House That Built Me." The producer that saw the video of me saw a video of me singing "The House That Built Me," and so I'll always credit that one for being the reason I'm here. And it gave me that push and gave me that opportunity to come forward. And I love Maren Morris. I love singing all her songs. And those are always fun ones to add. She's a bunch of great sing-along songs. So when we're doing some good sets, long sets, and we need some sing-alongs, it's always nice to have one of her songs in there.
That is awesome. Now, I ask this a lot of time of artists, too, and being in Kentucky helps. We talked about that already, about, you know, you're close to Nashville, and Tennessee's right there. So, you know, that's the mecca of country music. I'm in Branson, by the way, in Missouri. I think we're we're kind of like number 2 to Nashville. Back in the day, Glenn Campbell, Roy Clark had a theater here. Mickey Gilley still does. And
yes, I love Branson.
So yeah, Branson's awesome. Hey, if you ever come, hit me up, man. I know we'll get together.
Yes.
That would be fun. But I want to ask you this: as a young woman in country music, there's a lot of genres out there, other genres. What made you want to do country music for a living and say, hey, I want to do this the rest of my life?
Yeah, well, so you know, country music is literally our life. I grew up on a farm in literally the middle of nowhere. It's 30 minutes to the nearest Walmart. It's, you know, we used to have a Dollar General, and it got wiped out by a tornado, so now we got to drive 30 minutes to the nearest Dollar General. So, I mean, we were in the middle of nowhere, and so, you know, I love all kinds of music, but country music was literally our lives. It was singing our stories, and that's just, you know, I grew up, my mama was in the Alabama fan club growing up, and my grandmother was in Conway Twitty's fan club. You know, like I grew up surrounded by country music. So it's, you know, it's basically all I knew. But then, you know, I was introduced to different types of music growing up as well. But I always my heart's going to be country music. And I love to rock too. We do a lot of rock covers, and we add some rockin' vibes to our country that I write. But I'm always going to, you know, lean towards country. I mean, we even had someone a few years ago that was like, you know, if you wanted to go rock, let's move to LA and we'll get you a deal right now. And I was like, no, country music's what I want to do, and that's what I'm going to stay with. So, you know, one day, maybe, who knows, maybe we'll be releasing a rock record, but right now forever. Country music will always hold my heart.
I was watching the Tonight Show last night with Jimmy Fallon, and he had one of the Jonas Brothers on there, and I guess all three of them have moved to Las Vegas now to do their thing in music. So there's another option, and I think George Strait is doing shows in Las Vegas too. So
yeah, that's awesome. I wanted to go out there so bad when Reba, Brooks and Dunn were doing their show, and I didn't get to.
Yep, that's a good place to be too for the world of country music. Well, I tell you what, you love it so much that you're even a member of the CMAs and a voting member of the Country Music Association. That is cool.
Yes, it definitely is. It's been an awesome association to be a part of, and the opportunities to come along with it. Just the networking and getting to be involved in the events is always so much fun, and getting to see everybody, and I love being a CMA member, and we're working on becoming members of some of the other associations like that, but the CMAs always have awesome events and awesome opportunities for its members, and I'm very thankful to be a part of it.
Absolutely. Got a little story I want to tell you. There's a gentleman, and you know his name. As soon as I say 60 number one hits, you'll know who I'm talking about. But in 1981, there was a gentleman that couldn't perform at the Houston Livestock and Rodeo Show. I think it was 83, actually, 1983. And that gentleman couldn't perform, so they called George Strait off of his ranch because, he cuts horses for a living, and he did at the time and stuff like that. Still enjoys to do it, I hear. But there was a gentleman that couldn't perform, and he got sick, and that's a trivia question. Who do you think that gentleman might have been that George Strait took his place and got that stroke of luck? It was Eddie Rabbitt.
Okay, I did not know that. I was sitting here thinking.
Yep.
I love that.
George Strait filled in for Eddie Rabbitt, and as they say, the rest is history. And he went on to have 60 number one hits, which, man, I know that's a record that you aspire to, and every artist does, but he set the bar pretty high. He set the bar pretty high, didn't he?
Yes, he definitely did. Yeah. And I always say he's gonna come out of retirement and have a whole bunch more.
Yeah.
I always joke around, which I love George Strait, and it wouldn't be a terrible thing if it happened. But I always have said I'm gonna be finally nominated for like Entertainer of the Year or something. He's gonna come out of retirement and beat me.
There you go.
But I'm like, it's fine, I'm like, that's what's gonna happen.
We'll let that slide, right?
Yeah, I'll definitely let that slide.
Yep.
But
well,
that would just be like
the reason I told you all of that is because you got a song title that I'm getting ready to play this song called One Night Rodeo. That was a heck of a one night rodeo for George Strait at the Houston Livestock and Rodeo Show that night.
Yeah.
Launched his career, but this song is one of your latest singles, and it could launch your career. Tell us about it.
I hope so. It was actually inspired by the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
Wow.
But it's coincidentally,
I did not know that. See?
Yeah. So we got the amazing opportunity to play at the Livestock Show and Rodeo back in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
We were out in the wine garden, but we had a big old crowd out there, and it ended up being the last night of the rodeo for that year because they had to shut down due to a little thing called COVID.
Yep.
And so we were driving back to Nashville, and I was like, man, the Houston Rodeo is a month long, and it just got canceled. Like, this doesn't happen, Like, it ended up being I think they got to do, like, the first week, and we were going to go back the next day, and they announced the next morning that they had shut down for the rest of the year. And so I was like, man, we just had a one-night rodeo. And I was like, man, there's something about that. We could write that. And so I sent it over to my friends Casey and Mark, and we got on Zoom because that's how we had to write the last 2 years. And we ended up writing One Night Rodeo, and I'll always have the Houston Rodeo to thank for that.
That is awesome. So there you go. I'm glad I told that story because I just had a feeling, that song would fit in well with that situation. And that is exactly how it happened. And I did not know that's what it was about. And Dallas, I tell you, that's why I tell it all the time on these interviews. We get to hear the stories behind the songs. That's what I call it because country music tells some of the best stories anyway. But when you, as artists, write these songs and they're about your life experiences or where you want to go in life or in country music, that's what we want to hear.
Exactly. I love it.
Yeah.
We love telling the stories about the songs.
Absolutely.
We love it when people are listening.
Well, let's play the song for the folks. If you can hang out for just a little bit longer, we'd appreciate it. We'll talk about a couple more of your songs coming up. Her name is Dallas Remington. This is called One Night Rodeo on KICR, Indie Country Radio. New country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
That Stetson might have bought you a night in Neverland. but you sure knew how to sell that smile. And down in New Orleans, any girl'd go crazy if they saw you in Cheyenne with just one hey darling, they'd be in the palm of your hand. Yeah, you might spread that charm from town to town, but once you get a taste, you're gonna wanna settle down. 'Cause I ain't no one-stop trucking, trying to leave it with the sun. You think you will, but you won't get over me fast as them horses run. I ain't no first place behind closed gates. Throw me in and let me go. Hey, you might be a cowboy, but I ain't no one-night rodeo. That pasture's gonna look better the more time you spend with me. You'll be thinking about the front porch, fence post, and a diamond ring. Let me warn you now before it's too late. You're gonna have a hard time riding away, 'cause I ain't no one-stop trucking, trying to leave it with the sun. You think you will, but you won't get over me fast as them horses run. I ain't no first place behind closed gates. Throw me in and let me go. Hey, you might be a cowboy, but I ain't no one-night rodeo. No one-night rodeo. Cause I ain't no one-stop trucking, trailer, leaving with the sun. You're gonna fall head on over hills fast as them horses run. I ain't no first place behind closed gates. Roll me in and let me go. Hey, you might be a cowboy, but I ain't no one-night rodeo. No one-night rodeo. This ain't no first place behind closed gates. No one-night rodeo. Oh, that Stetson might have bought you a night in Neverland.
Her name is Dallas Remington. That is called One Night Rodeo. Love that song. They're loving you in our live chat room too, young lady. And lots of fine
Awesome.
people hanging out in here appreciating your music.
Well, awesome. I appreciate y'all for listening.
Absolutely. Now, this show's going to be replayed in a few days, Sunday especially. On Sundays, this program, Germany, Belgium, KUHS Denver, all over the place. We're on 12 other stations, iHeartRadio, Spotify, all of that too. So you're going to get out there tonight.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yep.
Thank you for doing that.
Apple Music. Just Google Today's Country with Tim Kelly. You'll find us everywhere. So absolutely.
Sounds great.
But we'll ask about your social media here in just a second. But another thing I want to ask you, and I asked this of a lot of artists, and just like I did Mike Morse, who's also in our chat room, the previous interview that I just finished up, I want you to think about it for a minute, but it's not really a curve. But is there an artist either, that you would like to do a duet with on stage? Maybe a few names. You might have several that you would either like to do a duet with or perform or open for. Who would some names be?
Yeah, I've been asked that so many times that I have a different answer for everyone. But so I definitely love to open for Garth. I mean, Garth is basically my life goal is just to be female Garth Brooks.
Uh-huh.
I love him so much. He's one of my favorite entertainers, and I just bought tickets to see him in Nashville again, so I'm super excited for that. So definitely would love to open for Garth. And then when it comes to doing a duet, I mean, there's so many different people I'd love to sing, but one of my favorites and then one of the answers I always say is Bon Jovi, because I grew up.
Wow.
My mama was an Alabama fan club, but she was also in the Bon Jovi fan club.
Mm-hmm.
So I love Bon Jovi, and I would love to, if I ever got the opportunity, even if it wasn't even recorded, if it was just for me, I would love to sing with Miss Loretta Lynn. And I would love to meet her. So that would be my top, would definitely be Miss Loretta Lynn.
Man, I love all of that.
Happen.
I love every bit of that. Every day I wake up, I'm living on a prayer. Absolutely.
Yes, exactly. We all are.
Yes. Love Bon Jovi. Alabama, been doing it for 50 years. Can you believe that?
I know. I got to go to one of the shows on the 50th anniversary tour. I think it was one of them, real close to it at least. But I love getting to see them every chance I get. And I have some friends that work on their crews and tour with them, so it's really cool to always get to go to their shows and their events.
Yep. And you probably know of a young lady by the name of Allie Colleen and who she is.
Yes, I love Allie. She's one of my favorite co-writers, actually. I've written one of her singles, and she's written on some of mine.
Nice.
So.
I had the pleasure of interviewing her about 2 months ago. She is fantastic, and now she's gonna get a triple play since you mentioned Garth, and we've been playing her too. So she's
awesome.
fantastic. But she wants to do this on her own as an independent artist, and kudos to her for doing what she's doing.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing her on TikTok, and she blows it up all the time, and so that is awesome. Is that an app that you use a lot too, by the way?
I do. I've actually been on a little bit of a hiatus from all social media. I just had to take a couple weeks to not be on my phone.
Yeah.
But I've been trying to do the TikTok and trying to find my crowd on there. It's different than most social media because the crowds are definitely divided. I'm trying to find my audience and trying to use it, but we're going to get back here next week to redoing and refilming some TikTok. So I'll be back on there real soon.
I'm the same way. I got to find my niche on there too, because this is radio, and I always joke about a face for radio and that kind of thing. To me, anytime you put your face on something, it's television. It ain't radio anymore. So, but it is a neat form of social media, because I'm finding a lot of artists on there. And this young lady I played tonight, Afton Prater, never heard of her in my life, and I see her on TikTok and I hear a song, and it's a neat thing because in 15 or 30 seconds I want to hear the rest of it. So I'll go to YouTube and see if that song's been released yet, and I'll hear the whole produced stuff, and then I reach out to him, and we're getting ready to set up an interview just like we did with you tonight. So
awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, it's a great tool. I always laugh though, because I have my, you have your For You page, and the videos you see, it's like, I just want the videos I see, the same people who are seeing these videos, I want them to see my videos, because these are my people. So it's trying to get them to those people,
Yep. Do a search, do like country music fans, or hashtag that in your stuff. Country music fans, new country. I hashtag that because I play the new stuff. We're doing the things that FM radio hasn't even heard yet. So we're getting you out there a lot of times. I call it the hits before they hit. We're playing what I think is songs that are going to do well on major market radio. And that's why I started this station, because I want to help push you guys that direction and get you the airplay, get you in more venues and bigger shows, and maybe one day do like Randall King did last Tuesday at the Grand Ole Opry for the first time. That would be cool, huh?
Yeah, that's my life. That's the goal for me. That's that will be it. That's the main bucket list item, is the Grand Ole Opry.
Yep, absolutely. Well, and
that'll happen.
I was talking to Mike right before we did this interview with him, the artist that I interviewed previously, and even your name, Dallas Remington. I mean, that's country. That's a great stage. That's a great stage name too. So,
thank you. Well, I was born with it.
I was going to say probably born with it. But, but your parents named you right, man, because there's a lot of great music in Texas, and my wife's from Dallas, so.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I get every day somebody's asking me, like, so you're from Texas, right? Like, no, I'm not. But my granddaddy actually got to pick my first name, so it's very special. He actually was terminally ill when my mom was pregnant with me. So they were at a doctor's appointment one day, and a doctor walked in and had a name tag on, and it said Dallas on it, and he said, "I like that. That could be a boy or a girl." And so he got to name me.
There you go. Love that. That's awesome. And speaking of that, being born, do you have any siblings? And if so, are any of them interested in doing what you're doing in the world of music?
Yeah, so I actually have one brother. He's 6 years older than me, and he is actually a phenomenal writer and a musician himself, but his main passion in life is playing soccer. So he's been all over the world. I mean, literally all over the world playing soccer.
Wow.
Since he was real young. And but he does write music and play too, but he specializes in rap. So we are complete opposite on the genres.
There you go.
But we're going to, one day, hopefully we'll collab. He's been trying to get me to sit, I'm never home long enough to sit down and like work on anything. But we're going to try to do that sometime soon.
There you go. Well, and speaking of collaborations, let's give a shout out to the studio that you use to record your magic that you're making here music-wise.
Yeah, so I work with a couple awesome producers. We've been doing a whole lot. I'm doing something crazy where I'm releasing a single every month. So we have to do super fast stuff. So the last 6 singles or something have been released by an awesome producer, Corey Lawson, and from the Claw Sound Studios in Nashville. And I am so grateful for him because I can literally call him and be like, we're going to release a single next week. I need to get it done. And he will get me in the next day and get it done.
Wow.
He's just amazing. And then we also record with one of my best friends and a really good family friend, Mr. Eric Torres of the Couch Studios in Nashville.
Okay.
And he's done several of my radio singles as well. So I love working with both of them.
Well, you've got some great stuff, and kudos to them.
Thank
you know,
you.
they are behind the scenes making you sound really, really good.
Yes, they definitely do. They have to deal with a lot of crap from me, but they get it sounding good.
There you go. And maybe not too much, because the song's 3 minutes and 5 seconds long. How much crap could they do? You know.
Exactly. Well, they have to deal with me getting sidetracked and ordering food to the studio and getting them talking and bringing in. I like to bring in photographers and do content and stuff, and they're like, "Can we just sing the song, Dallas?" I'm like, "No, we got to do everything at once."
Well, you're doing great, and you know, there's a lot more work, like we talked about in the previous interview too, that goes into it than 3 minutes and 5 seconds, isn't there?
Definitely is. I mean, we're working on cutting a song right now that we've been cutting for 2.5 weeks.
Wow.
You know, used to they would go in, especially me in such a different world than we used to be in. Used to you go in and you could have everybody in one room and you would just cut the song 3 times, take the best one, and you're done. And now with everyone still trying to be in remote and people having to come in at different times just for safety, it takes a long time.
Yeah.
So we're finally going to, I was supposed to cut vocals today, but I don't know if you could tell, I got a little bit of a rasp going on thanks to my allergies.
Yeah.
So we had to postpone it. So now we're looking at 3 weeks for one single, but it's you know, you want to put the best possible product out there. So it doesn't matter how long it takes. You just keep on working till it's the best it can be.
Absolutely. Well, thanks to Patty and Bev Mosier, I believe, that set this interview up too. Let's give them a shout out. I'm friends with both of them. I'll tag them in my playlist so they can fast forward right to the interview before it gets replayed on all those other stations. And,
awesome.
You know, they are awesome as well. So you got some good people in your corner, and that's what it takes, doesn't it?
Yes, I definitely do. I love them both so much.
Yeah,
And
they're awesome.
I'm thankful they give me all the information I need where I just have to click a button and call.
There you go. Love that. I got a couple more questions for you. One is, where can folks find you on social media? I've been looking at your website, but let's let you tell it.
Awesome. Yeah, so the best place to go is actually my website. That's DallasRemington.com. That's Dallas like the city and Remington like the shotgun or the curling iron, whichever one you want to choose. And
I shaved my head, so I'll leave that one out.
You can go to just go to DallasRemington.com. From there, it's got the links to all the socials I'm on, and then it's got the links to all of my music. And I need to update the shows, but it's got shows on there and merch and everything else too. So
there you go. I appreciate that. And one more question. I'm going to play this song Princess next. Tell me about this one.
So Princess was written with my good friends Nancy Deckett and Bridget Tatum. And if you don't know who Bridget Tatum is, just Google her. You'll know one of the songs she wrote because it was one of the biggest songs in the country for about 10 years. But it was really fun writing this one with them. We actually wrote this several years ago. It was the day after the last royal wedding back in 2018. And I was so excited to write with Bridget. I was like, I want to take in some good ideas So I was like, I'm just going to stalk her on Instagram and see what she's been doing, what she's been saying, stuff like that. And she had just made a post that said, "You ain't a princess until you marry a prince."
Wow.
And I was like, man, something about that. So I took it into her the next day when we went in to write, and she was like, I knew somebody was going to make a song out of that. And she's like, let's do it. Let's spin it. Let's make it sassy. And it was one of those magical songs that I call it magical when it, you know, you walk out of there with a song that you're just in love with in one sitting. You know, some songs take 20 writes to make them the best they can be. But this one we wrote in about an hour and a half. And we walked out and I started playing it the next day and my band learned it the next week. You know, it's been part of my life now ever since we wrote it. And it's been such a staple for our live show that I was so thankful we could finally release it. And that country radio took it and ran with it and did what they did with it. This is my first top 40 on the Billboard Country and Dakota charts, and there's a top 40 on the Music Row charts as well. So we're very thankful for this one, and you know, it's fun and it's sassy and it's telling some people off, but it's just trying to tell people, you know, to love who you are no matter where you come from, because somebody loved you the way you are before, has always loved you the way you are.
Yes. That is phenomenal. I love that, and your songs are magical. I said that term too. So, and you mentioned it a few times. So, yeah, absolutely, I agree with that. Thank you for doing this radio interview tonight. Don't be a stranger. Come back with something new in a couple of months, or when that song that you're getting ready to cut finally gets done. Hit me up again, or have Patty and Bev do it, and we'll do this again. Maybe this summer sometime if you got a little bit of time on a Thursday or Friday night. I know the artists are booking with shows like crazy now that this COVID's kind of letting up. So
we're trying to.
Yeah, we hope you're staying busy and everything, but don't forget about us. I'd love to do this again.
We definitely won't.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Thank you so much for having me.
Been a lot of fun. I've had a blast talking to you. It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. Thanks again for everything.
Absolutely. Then we're going to do Princess, take us into hour number 3, and then we'll do one more from Dallas Remington on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best. It's Triple Play Thursday.
You don't think you gotta cook, you don't think you gotta clean. You wanna paint your nails, sit around reading magazines. A selfie machine, a junkie for the meme. Well, there's a difference between perception and reality. You ain't a princess, you're just a dirt road debutante. There ain't no prince here, just a bunch of boys and some pickup trucks. Yeah, the closest to the crown you'll ever get or ever got is at the bar taking double shots. You ain't a princess, you're just a small town hang around, never leaving hot mess. Ain't got a castle on a hill, girl, let me be real. You got a double wide trailer with some late utility bills. Your daddy ain't no king of anything. It don't count that your mama was the 88 soybean queen. You ain't a princess, you're just a dirt road debutante. There ain't no prince here, just a bunch of boys and some pickup trucks. Yeah, the closest to the crown you'll ever get or ever got is at the bar taking double shots. You ain't a princess, you're just a small town hang around, never leaving hot mess. Girl, I've been knowing you too long for you to sell me on that jumped up, knocked off charade you got going on. You ain't no princess, you're just a dirt road debutante. There ain't no prince here, just a bunch of boys and some pickup trucks. Yeah, the closest to the crown you'll ever get or ever got is at the bar taking double shots. You ain't a princess, you're just a small town hang around, Pinto getting round, dime store discount, prize winning fairground
Another hour of the best in new country starts now. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
You feel the Strain magazine in the mail again. I see your name, I go insane, thinking of revenge. First time it's come since you run off with my best friend. I'm sitting at home all alone, might as well read the thing. You feel the Strain magazine just keep showing up. Shoot to kill and other skills like how to skin a buck. And I've been thinking lately it wouldn't be too hard. So I get up and got me a truck, cause you can't haul a carcass in a car. It's hunting season, time to track, plan my attack. Deep in the woods and no going back. It's hunting season, pick my spot, lay in wait. By the time you see me, it'll be too late. You feel the Stream magazine, my brand new lease on life. Dressing camo, bought the ammo and a big old skinny knife. Your subscriptions are my addiction and it didn't cost a dime. I'm bagging whitetail and a white male, they won't get away this time. It's hunting season, time to track, plan my attack. Deep in the woods and no going back. It's hunting season, pick my spot, lay in wait. By the time you see me, it'll be too late. It's open season. That's what you get for cheating. You feel the Stream magazine, that's the best thing you ever did for me.
The third song in the triple play for Dallas Remington. It is called Hunting Season. Man, I love that one too. That song rocks. You can hear some of the rock and roll influence behind that one right there. Absolutely. Welcome to the third hour of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. Glad to have you tuned in on hour number 3. The first 2 hours have been phenomenal and 2 great radio interviews tonight. Go check out Dallas Remington on our website, dallasremington.com. Phenomenal young lady. This next gentleman is going to have the privilege of opening up for Tim McGraw this summer on his 2022 tour. The next song I'm getting ready to play, lots of good things happen in this one room in the house before this radio show. And after this radio show, I'm in the kitchen. That's the title of this one from Brandon Davis on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
We were NASCAR drivers cutting sharp around turns 3 and 4, racing around that island in our tennis shoes on that hardwood kitchen floor. We were superheroes protecting mama from monsters in the fridge. playing hide and seek underneath that sink and eating steak cause daddy did. Growing up we found it was built for more than just serving up fried chicken, cause the recipe we wrote about the life we're living was cooked up in the kitchen. It's where my mama read the good book and daddy was playing all them old George Strait songs on the radio, and us kids we'd sing along. It's where we laughed and loved and said prayers up for all that we'd been given. Yeah, the recipe we wrote by the life we're living was cooked up in the kitchen. That old Kenmore double door oven made many a Thanksgiving thankful meal. If these walls could talk, there's no telling all the great stories they'd reveal. Those barefoot dancing, late night jamming, concert countertops, they painted a picture in our mind that'll never be forgot. It's where my mama read the good book, daddy was playing all them old George Strait songs on the radio. Us kids, we'd sing along. It's where we laughed and loved and said prayers up for all that we'd been given. Yeah, the recipe we wrote about the life we're living was cooked up in the kitchen. Last minute late night homework hangout, Saturday morning breakfast club. It's a heart and soul of this old house and the root to all our love. It's where my mama'd read the good book and daddy was playing all them old George Strait songs on the radio, and us kids we'd sing along. It's where we laughed and loved and said prayers up for all that we'd been given. Yeah, the recipe we wrote about the life we're living. All the recipe we wrote about the life we're living was cooked up in the kitchen.
Country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do.
Today's country.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
Girl, you don't need another outlaw. Ain't looking for another Jesse James. Don't be fooled by my hat and boots. No, we ain't all the same. We don't all disappear into the sunset. Ain't all gunslanging, saloon door swinging drunks. We ain't all rough-cut ramblers out here gambling with love. From the looks of it, I can tell your heart's breaking. Dancing and stress, and you need saving. Girl, that's what cowboys are for. They ain't built for running, no, we're right into the storm. Be your strength when you feel weak. Come in and sweep you off your feet. So take my hand, but let's get back up Climb 100 mountains just so I love your biggest ass on the Arizona sky and hold you tight. Girl, that's what cowboys are for. They ain't built for running, no, we're riding to the storm. Your strength when you feel weak, come in and sweep you off your feet. So take my hand and let's get back up on that horse, 'cause that's what cowboys are for. Dancing in the stress and you've been waiting for a hero to go saddle up and save you. Girl, that's what cowboys are for. They ain't built for running, we're riding to the store. Your strength when you feel weak, come and sweep you off your feet. So take my hand, let's get back up on that horse. That's what cowboys are for. That's what cowboys are for. That's what cowboys are for.
Once again, his name is Brandon Davis. That's what cowboys are for. And The Kitchen. Great songs so far. We got one more coming up, but catch him this summer touring with the one and only Mr. Tim McGraw, who is quite an artist, been doing it for some time. Quite an actor, too. Just finished wrapping up a series called 1883. It is fantastic. We've been watching some of that. And his wife, Faith Hill, pretty good actress as well. This next song is the latest from his new album. It is the title track. Just came out on Valentine's Day. It is called Hearts Don't Rust from Brandon Davis on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio. New country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
An old man with a suitcase and an old run-down bus stop, dressed to the nines in a suit and tie, holding a rose with a card stop. I asked him where he was going. He said just a mile from here there's a brunette beauty who's had my heart for more than 50 years. Astonished at the thought that love could last that long, I asked him how he did it, and the words he spoke were strong. He said, I found that time don't stop, and every road has an end. Age brings rust to old Ford trucks and gray hair to every man. No matter how old I am, I swear on Father Time, I'll love her long as the moon and stars hang in those southern skies. Your pictures fade, fires burn out, weekends never stick around. You can't stop time, and age ain't kind, no Ford trucks, but hearts don't rust. Really hitting me hard, stopping me in my tracks, got me thinking about my life, how I need to love like that. Said, man, there's no need waiting, just hop up in my truck and I'll take you where you're headed. Figure you waited long enough. When we pulled up to the spot, I couldn't hold back my tears, 'cause that brunette beauty loved so long had been gone for 20 years. And as I walked through the door tonight, I pulled her close, held her tight, and told her that I love her like I never had before. I said, I found that time don't stop, and every road has an end. Age brings rust to old Ford trucks and gray hair to every man. No matter how old I am, I swear on Father Time, I'll love her long as the moon and stars hang in those southern skies. Your pictures fade, fires burn out, weekends never stick around. You can't stop time, age ain't kind of old Ford trucks. But hearts don't rust. You can't stop time, age ain't kind of old Ford trucks. But hearts don't rust.
Country sounds like this.
Hey moon, I'm giving it all that I got. Hey moon, I'm down to my last shot.
And this.
Felt like living and I felt like dying. Oh, come on back to me.
And this.
Hey pretty boy, you were pretty sure it was gonna work out for you.
You're listening to the best in new country music on KICR Indie Country Radio.
My cousin called me, said he saw him somewhere in the next town, sipping on something, kissing that old friend he told me not to worry about. I walked in just to see for myself, wanted to tell him to go to hell, but I held my tongue, and I just thought, bless her heart, she's out of her head, barely in that little red dress. She don't know what's up ahead, but one of these days she's gonna regret all those nights spent in his arms. Bless her soul, she's in the dark. She don't really know that man of mine she's taking. Bless her heart, he's gonna break it. What goes around comes back around. She's gonna find out real quick. If she hadn't learned that lesson by now, maybe this time it'll stick. Bless her heart, she's out of her head, barely in that little red dress. She don't know what's up ahead, but one of these days she's gonna regret all those nights spent in his arms. Bless her soul, she's in the dark. She don't really know that man of mine she's taking. Bless her heart, he's gonna break it. He's gonna break it. Cheater, cheater, cold beer drinker, did you think I was done? Cheater, cheater, I give it 2 weeks or 3 till y'all are done. Bless her heart, she's out of her head, barely in that little red dress. She don't know what's up ahead, but one of these days she's gonna regret all those nights spent in his arms. Bless her soul, she's in the dark. She don't really know that man of mine she's taking. Bless her heart, he's gonna break it. Cheater, cold beer drinker, did you think I was done? That he's gonna break it. Cheater, I give it 2 weeks or 3 till y'all are done. Well, bless her heart.
Song number 2.
I saw some blonde hair blowing out your shotgun window. You even truck. I heard she's vegan and she grew up on the West Coast. Just like that, I ain't mad we broke up. Don't know her, but I know you. I hate to be the one to break the news. You can put the girl in the country, dress her up in denim, coveralls and new Justin boots. Sit her in the saddle, fix her up with some tackle, but she don't know the first thing to do. Won't fix your biscuits like you like 'em. You can wish and you can try, but you can't small town and big city world. You can put the girl in the country, but you can't put the country in the girl. You either grew up like we did or you didn't. You don't teach a whippoorwill to sing. Take her way out and do some nitty-gritty fishing, but it'll never turn her into me. You can put the girl in the country, dress her up in denim, coveralls and new Justin boots. Sit her in the saddle, fix her up with some tackle, but she don't know the first thing to do. Won't fix your biscuits like you like 'em. You can wish and you can try, but you can't small town or big city world. You can put the girl in the country, but you can't put the country in the girl. Oh no, yeah, I bet she drinks her beer from a glass. I bet you when you get a dip she gets mad. And when she don't know all the words to friends in low places, boy, you gon' be wanting me back. You can put the girl in the country, dress her up in denim, coveralls and new Justin boots. Sit her in the saddle, tell her go round up the cattle, but she don't know the first thing to do. Won't fix your biscuits like you like 'em. You can wish and you can try, but you can't small town or big city world. You can put the girl in the country, but you can't put the country in the girl. Country in the girl.
Her name is Jenna Paulette. She is from the state of Texas. That is called Country in the Girl. And before that, bless her heart. Bless your heart for hanging out with me for 2.5 hours. We got another 30 plus minutes of the best in new country still ahead. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. But aren't the women of country music fantastic? And how about getting 3 plays in a row on Triple Play Thursday? That's how we do it. The third song from Jenna Paulette is called Pretty Ugly on today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio. New country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
It was Sunday drive, blue sky weather. It was 2 names carved in a heart on a tree. It was him and me thinking it was gonna last forever. It was looking like a real deal diamond ring. Oh, I'm talking picture perfect Polaroid, put it in a frame. Oh, but it's looking like it's all done changed. Roses on the counter on wilted now. Nail holes where I took the pictures down. Right side nightstand looks a little bit dusty. Heartbreak makes pretty ugly. Mascara running down a made-up face. Clouds rolled in that always rains. It was beautiful up until he said he didn't love me. Heartbreak makes pretty ugly. I'm usually a little more put together, but I can't quit wearing this worn-out shirt. Listening, still sitting front and center, and I can't even hide how bad it hurts. Roses on the counter on wilted now. Nail holes where I took the pictures down. Right side nightstand looks a little bit dusty. talking picture perfect born, Lord, put it in a frame. Oh, yeah, it's a damn shame. Roses on the counter are wilted now. Nail holes where I took the pictures down. Right side nightstand looks a little bit dusty. Heartbreak makes you pretty ugly. Mascara running down a made-up face. Clouds roll in that always rains. It was beautiful up until he said he didn't love me. Heartbreak makes pretty ugly. Heartbreak makes pretty ugly.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
I love absolutely every single song they play.
This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I like the music.
I like the DJs.
There's even more to like.
I like everything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
She's a single woman taking on the world. She's a single lady, all-American girl. She don't need nobody to make her proud and strong. She's a single woman. She's making it on her own. She gave up everything to be by his side. She thought he was a savior, that one true love in life. Then things began to crumble. God knows how she tried to keep it all together through the cheating and the lies. Now she's a single woman taking on the world. She's a single lady, all-American girl. She don't need nobody to make her proud and strong. She's a single woman, and she's making it on her own. All I can do is watch her, and it's driving me insane. She's got it all together, breaking free from all her chains. And now I'll never know what it's like to play the part of her world in all its glory. I'm the fool that broke her heart. Now she's a single woman taking on the world. She's a single lady, all-American girl. She don't need nobody to make her proud and strong. She's a single woman, and she's making it on her own. If I could only press rewind and turn back those healing hands of time, what I wouldn't give for one more chance. If I could only just make her mine. She's a single woman taking on the world. She's a single lady, all-American girl. She don't need no man to make her proud and strong. She's a single woman, and she's making it on her own. She's a single woman taking on the world. She's a single lady, all-American girl. She don't need no man to make her proud and strong. wanna love you. Hey, I wanna hug you. I wanna tease you. Hey, I wanna squeeze you. So come on back to me. Hey, I've been thinking what I've been missing. I've been thinking, ooh, you've been kissing. So come on back to me. Well, you looked at me and I began to melt. Well, you touched my hand and this is what I felt. Yeah, I kinda felt like living, felt like trying, felt like living, and I felt like dying. Oh, come on back to me. Hey, 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 I'm gonna love you. Hey, 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 I'm gonna love you. Hey, hey, I wanna kiss you. Hey, 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 I wanna squeeze you. Hey, 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 I've been thinking. Hey, hey, what I've been missing. Hey, I've been thinking. Hey, ooh, you've been kissing. Hey, well, you looked at me and I began to melt. Well, you touched my hand and this is what I felt. Yeah, I kinda felt like living, felt like trying, felt like living, and I felt like dying. Oh, come on back to me. Come on back to me. Yeah, I kinda felt like living, felt like trying, felt like living, and I felt like dying. Oh, come on back to me. Come on back to me. Hey, 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 hey.
That's the kind of music right there that turns this radio show into an instant party. Mr. Jonathan Lynn, one of his latest singles, it is called Come Back to Me. And before that, another great one called Single Woman. We'll send that out to all the single ladies and gentlemen listening to us in the live chat room tonight. Appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are what makes this show a lot of fun. We love that interaction that we have on the chat room. You can find it on our website, KICR IndieCountryRadio.com. Every Thursday and Friday night, we are live from Branson, Missouri, the live entertainment capital of the world. The third one from Jonathan Lynn is a collaboration with a young lady named Bryn Black. It is called Made You For Me on KICR Indie Country Radio. New country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
He made the earth in just one day, made a man and a woman from clay, made the stars that shine so bright, just like you to light up my life. You bring joy and peace to my soul. You're the one that makes me whole. Of all the things that God has made, He made you for me. He made the sun and the moon and the sky. He put that little sparkle in your eye. From the highest mountain to the deepest sea, yes, He made
to Triple Play Thursday on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Sweet bitter tears, a few long years have come and gone since I last saw you. And I'm feeling a little nervous. A brand new place, a new last name, but your life is still the same. I'm trying to keep cool on the surface, not sure what I came here for. I left that weight at the door. 'Cause bridges burn, hearts get broke, but don't break even. Time moves on, people change like the season. A rose without thorns wouldn't be the same. Forgiveness ain't a line you cross, it's a road you take. And I'd be lying if I said that I'm not gonna always love you, and I'll be wishing you the best. But those words I need to hear might not come or might take years. And that's too much pain on my chest. And I'm not angry anymore. The truth is I'm still picking myself up off that floor. But bridges burn, hearts get broke, that don't break even. Time moves on, people change like the seasons. A rose without thorns wouldn't be the same. Forgiveness ain't a line you cross, it's a road you take. We were two tangled souls. We were young and we were bold. We were scared, it got hard and we let go. Bridges burned, hearts got broke that didn't break even. Time moved on, we both changed like the seasons. Bridges burned, hearts get broke that don't break even. Time moves on, people change like the seasons. A rose without thorns wouldn't be the same. Forgiveness ain't some line you cross, it's a road you take. It's a road you take.
Song number 2.
Well, I've heard stories about those towns where everyone just hangs around, never too far from your church or your mama's house. I was always made to leave. I was born with 2 strong wings, turned dirt to dust and never looked back. There's a little part of me that wonders who I would be in only Oklahoma if I was still tucked under those watercolor painted skies. Oh, sometimes I wonder if I chose the other, if I was right in front of what I job, could've raised a family, but could I make a living, loving life way out there in only Oklahoma? I've got pictures on my fridge of that same life I could have lived. I hope my grandma understands. I've got stories I could tell. I've made a name for myself. No, I wouldn't change a thing. But there's still a part of me that wonders who I would be in only Oklahoma if I was still tucked under those watercolor painted skies. Oh, sometimes I wonder if I chose the other, if I was right in front of what I left behind. Could've got a job, could've raised a family, but could I make a living, loving life way out there in only Oklahoma? We've all got plans, we've all got dreams. Just 'cause you left don't mean you leave. Oklahoma, tuck me up under your watercolor painted skies. Oh God, I wonder if when I chose the other, if I was right in front of what I left behind. Could've got a job, could've raised a family, but could I make a living, loving life way out there? Could I make a living, loving life if I'd stayed there in only Oklahoma? Only Oklahoma.
She is from Owasso, Oklahoma, just outside of Tulsa, and she happens to be the daughter of one Mr. Garth Brooks. We talked about her in the live radio interview tonight. Her name is Allie Colleen. You can follow her all over social media at Allie Colleen, and check her out on TikTok too. She's live on there all the time. We talked about her in the live interview with Dallas Remington. They happen to know each other, and that is cool stuff. See, you got to watch what you say about these artists in indie country. It's a big community, but it's small at the same time, and we got to talk nice about one another on the radio. We always do that here, absolutely. Anyway, and once again, how about the females of country music? Aren't they spectacular? Before only Oklahoma, the road you take. And the road I take to get to Oklahoma is north on Interstate 44 and head west. I spent 20 years there in southeast Oklahoma and built my love for country radio and country music. This next song is the third in the triple play for Allie Colleen, and it comes with some great advice. It is called Don't Give Your Heart to a Cowboy on today's country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
Ever since the wind came rolling in from the east to a one-horse town, spurs on the ground, silver screen. From that first tip of a hat, girls like me got it bad. And that grit drives you wild, he'll rope you with a smile. And back then I wish I knew not all dreams come true. And yeah, he'll spin you around that sawdust floor. And yeah, he'll hold your hand out those double doors. You smell sweet like a winter breeze. His lips will tell you he's like whiskey, and he'll leave his I'd never seen the bitter end. When that sun sets slow, those credits roll without a warning. I guess I'd always thought that he'd be coming back. He wouldn't leave her all alone. Boy, was I wrong. And yeah, he'll spin you around that sawdust floor. And yeah, he'll hold your hand out those double doors. He smells sweet like a winter breeze, with lips that taste like whiskey. And he'll leave his leaving boots on your front porch. So don't give your heart to a cowboy. And I might have bought a ticket once or twice, but this shit is real life. And yeah, he spun me around that sawdust floor. And yeah, he held my hand out those double doors. He smelled sweet like a winter breeze, with lips that tasted like whiskey. And he left his leaving boots on my front porch. So don't give your heart to a cowboy. I wish I'd never gave this heart to a cowboy.
Once again, her name is Allie Colleen, the daughter of Garth Brooks. She is fantastic. Allie Colleen everywhere on social media, especially TikTok, live all the time. She does great on there as well. And she will even play some of your requests for her original music, as I will. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Triple Play Thursday. I want to thank Mr. Mike Morse for joining us tonight. What a great radio interview we had with him. MikeMorseLive.com is his website. Go check that out. Purchase his music. It is fantastic, and we are going to keep playing it. I want to thank Dallas Remington for being with us tonight. What a great young lady she is, and a great future in the world of country music, and we will keep playing her as well. DallasRemington.com is her website. Join me tomorrow night on New Music Friday. We hit the airwaves at 7 p.m. Central Time, live from Branson, Missouri, on our website, KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com, and my special guest tomorrow night will be JJ Voss, so you don't want to miss that. And I have a ton, and I mean I probably won't get all of the songs played in 3 hours of new country music on New Music Friday. It is going to be a great, great show. Today's Country with Tim Kelly is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like us there on Facebook, and we will like you right back. Until tomorrow night, I will see you on the radio. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. I can put you on a riverbank while you're fighting traffic. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. Turn me on, oh, I'll see you on the radio. I can take you back to high school, gym floor, and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base down that old dirt road. When it's free.